Right. All right, we're live.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. I am so happy to have you all here today watching our show because this is going to be a very good one. And here with me, Aaron. No Spencer today, but Aaron.
No Spencer. That new producer, old producer, but new to the show. So what's up, everybody? How's it going?
I think it's a pretty great day for the crypto markets and for the markets in general, just because it's a good day. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
So
Thursday's always a good day. Yes.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean that Spencer lost faith in me or anything like that.
No, not at all. No. He's got a lot. He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, I can't get over it. It's just like I'm not gonna let this go easy. So I think we're just gonna jump in right into it because first of all, we're gonna talk a little bit about markets today, and specifically NFT tokens that are skyrocketing like crazy, and then we're gonna talk a little bit of just headlines that are important to know and to keep in mind, and I think you're gonna like what we have to tell you. And as the third part of our segment, we're gonna show you what Cathie Wood said last night to us, Benzinga, about NFTs. So
it was pretty cool. I was there in person.
Are you serious?
Well, I was in the office while they were doing the interview because
Okay.
I set up I helped set up all the equipment and everything, and it was just really cool just to see that we got Cathie Wood finally on for our interview.
Is it just me or Aaron is showing off? Just sorry, what?
No, I'm not trying to show off. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so and then we're gonna also tell you all about NFTs thanks to our very own Logan, who's gonna show you and tell you what NFTs are, and then we're gonna chat a little bit. So right before I'm gonna jump into the markets, I would love you guys to prepare your questions about NFTs because this is exactly what we're gonna be talking about at the end of our show. And if you have like any other questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Aaron is gonna pull them off, the most interesting one, the most intriguing one, and the most challenging ones. He's going to do just that. So markets. Do we have a clip? Coins on the move, something like that.
Oh yes, we do. We do that. We
okay.
Have.
Markets. Yeah, that's what's up. So, Aaron, do you think we can show the heat map? Today's heat map?
Of course.
Yeah, this is what we've been doing. And this is sort of, I love this heat map because it visually represents coin 360. It visually represents what is going on, with the crypto markets. I know it doesn't look good, and it's honestly look a little bit worse. Last time Aaron and I looked at it, which was an hour ago. So I have no excuse right now because I was going to say that it looks a little bit better that on Tuesday when we were looking at this with you. And honestly, an hour ago when I was getting ready for the show, the crypto market cap was $1.5 trillion, and right now it's like 1.48. So this is crazy. It was an hour ago. I was just getting ready for the show. But all in all, what we're seeing right now, again, it's a correction. I honestly think that no one knows what's going to happen next. Sorry, this is crypto. We don't have that kind of experience and history behind the cryptocurrencies that can help us look at coins fundamentally and with a fundamental analysis. But mostly what we're hearing from different analysts, including Wedbush, this is just a correction, and we're going to go higher. And again, as we have mentioned before, a lot of analysts believe that we will see, and we will touch briefly, $100,000, price range this year. And Anthony Scaramucci also believes that we're gonna touch briefly that point for sure this year. But this is actually not the thing that I wanted to talk to you about regarding markets, I want to talk to you about NFTs. They are skyrocketing today. Not surprisingly, given the fact that everybody's talking about them, and these are the questions that we keep getting on the show all day, every day. But today's top gainers are Chills, ticker is CHZ. Decentraland, ticker is MANA, and the Flow blockchain, ticker is FLOW. So we're going to talk a little bit about Chills, because this is actually not only just an NFT that is skyrocketing today. This is the top gainer of today. Over the last 24 hours, Chills has gained 52.95% in price, which is a pretty big deal, if you ask me. So to give you a little bit of a perspective, this is an Ethereum-based sports tokenization platform, and it has recently invested over $50 million to expand in the US. Chills has, I think, primarily been registered in Malta, and I have spoken with them personally in Malta because they were building a blockchain campus there, and back in 2018, when Malta was going to become a blockchain island, and it was given like business license to everybody to go and register their business in Malta. But it is kind of took a high road from there. It did not happen, but they try. At least they try to attract as much investment as possible in the country. So Chills was previously registered there in Malta, but it is expanding to the US, which is like a pretty natural step for every company. And over the past years, a couple of years, Chills has partnered with Juventus, FC Barcelona. Did I say that correct? Is it Juventus or Juventus?
Juventus or Juventus or something like that.
Juventus is it Espanol?
yeah, Espanol for sure.
Okay, to every soccer fan out there, please do not hate me. Okay, so yeah, Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, UFC, and many others, which is pretty cool. So what we're looking at right now at charts, and Chills is trading at $118 right now. Again, 52% jump in a day. And what's interesting, it has gained 114.90% in price this week. The second NFT token that is like going crazy today is Decentraland. Is a crypto powered virtual world built on Ethereum. I think it's pretty cool if you look at all of the things that are built on Ethereum. This is great, including CryptoKitties. Even if you do not think that, it is cool. CryptoKitties are cool. So the Decentraland is governed by a decentralized autonomous organization. It is split into 90,000 NFTs called land that can be traded on a marketplace. Each land token corresponds to one piece of land in the game, which you can build, which you can build. Yeah, or build buildings or dragons or racing tracks on top of it. It is pretty cool. You should go and check it out. And if you want to build your own NFTs, it's like very exciting. We actually talked with Spencer on the last episode that we're gonna put a picture of Luke, a very ugly picture of Luke, because it's gonna be drawn by me because I cannot draw. So I'm gonna draw it.
That might be hard finding an ugly picture of Luke.
No, there's literally no. I think an ugly picture of Luke is a thing that does not exist, but I can make it because I'm terrible at like painting and drawing. So I'm sorry, but this is gonna be the thing. I'm awful at it. Like I cannot draw, so I'm gonna draw it, and I'm gonna make it an NFT. I'm gonna make a lot of money, and now I'm not gonna share it with Spencer because he bailed out on the show. So sorry.
Do I get first dibs at purchasing or?
Yes, investing? Please. Yes, right. Aaron.
Cool.
Yes, you get it. Not Spencer, though.
Not Spencer. I got that.
Not anymore. He has no access to this whatsoever.
He's dead to us.
Talk to the hand. Okay, so let us we're looking at Decentraland, right?
Yep.
It has Yeah, it has been trading pretty cool. Let me just double check because I don't see it on my screen. Yeah, it has gained 11.73% over the last 24 hours, and it's currently trading at $1.36 price right now. The third NFT token that is like pretty cool and has been in the headlines for some time, called the Flow blockchain. Flow, or the Flow blockchain. This is the blockchain platform that hosts the very record-breaking NFT project NBA Top Shots. And it is experiencing a lot of growth and has exceeded $40 today and up by roughly 28%. Again, I have been preparing the show for the last couple of hours or entire day, and the price has been drastically changing.
Yeah, I like this chart. It's a solid uptick for sure.
Are you showing the historical one, or just
I'm looking at the all-time? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you see it has been gaining a little bit of exposure and momentum.
Yeah, this is from January. It's
Yeah.
looking good. Started at 749.
What would be the 7-day chart like?
7-day chart, pretty similar.
Yeah.
The trend is still there.
Yeah. So it's going up. And I mean, not surprisingly, NBA Top Shot is a collection of NFTs that contain, highlights of basketball matches, and it saw a record trading volume of over $248 million over the past 30 days. So it is not surprising. The only question, like for me, is what's going to stop this? What is the highest price it's going to achieve or go up to, and then, go down? What can cause an NFT fall? I'm not trying to do it. It's just a, genuine question. And so during the last, over the last 30 days, the Top Shop, the sales have increased by more than 434%. Can you believe that? 434%. To all the zingers out there, I wish we could experience the same growth in sales.
And when was that growth? What was the time frame of that?
Over the last 30 days. So Benzinga, we do have a goal that we need to achieve. And with over 87,000 users making I think $1.26 million, all on this blockchain platform. So this is like pretty I think I mean, it's unimaginable actually, but we're gonna go a little bit deeper into that, into NFTs as well, just in a few minutes. I'm gonna go over most important headlines. I think I've got like 3 pretty cool headlines for you guys, and yeah, we're gonna talk about it just right after this clip, if we have a clip.
Yep, I'm sharing it right now. Here we go.
Yeah, it's cool though.
It's the NFT clip you want, right?
No. Just like news, but it's okay. It's okay. Headlines.
Oh, I got you. Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's just get into it. I can't find it.
Yeah, because it's pretty cool, and I honestly cannot wait to share it with you. Mr. Wonderful, the one and only, has changed his tune on Bitcoin, because previously he has previously talked about his stance on crypto, and it wasn't like really positive, right? He saw it mostly as a scam. He didn't see any value compared like to Mark Cuban, who has been in the crypto headlines recently. And I think at one point he actually said that Bitcoin is just a giant nothing burger, and I'm quoting. I am quoting. So we do have a tweet for today from Kevin OLeary. He said that he would be allocating 3% of his portfolio to Bitcoin and looking into investing in sustainable crypto mining. So it's pretty, I'm not even sure how to respond to that, but just like, it's pretty interesting to look at people who have been like pretty negative about crypto, and now they're just like, oh, it's actually pretty interesting. I'm going to allocate some percentage of my portfolio to that. I the one thing I don't get it, is it okay to change your mind that way? That's the first question. And the second question is, if you're not like understanding something, maybe do not call it giant nothing burger. That's just, or maybe it was just for publicity. You know, if you say something like that, a crypto media obviously are going to cover it. So, you know, I would, you know, Kevin O'Leary, Shark Tank investor, said, called Bitcoin a giant nothing burger. But then again, I think this is a great sign that people are coming in, even though one of the most prominent currently gold investors and gold supporters, Peter Schiff, actually said that, I'm just going to put a quote out there. So bubbles typically peak when rational investors capitulate. And he called on Kevin O'Leary and Mark Cuban. He said, you know, that it's like, it's pretty like, it's not a positive thing, guys. He's like very critical about it, to which Mark responded, "Gold is dead, Pete, move on."
Wow.
Yeah, but because Shiv just said like your guys are just joining the cult. Yeah. But he said that gold is dead. So, you know, there's your.
But is it?
I'm sorry.
But is it though?
I'm not sure. I'm not so sure, actually. It has been less popular than Bitcoin recently. And a lot of numbers have shown this, that, you know, investors' interest has shifted a little bit toward crypto. But if you ask me, gold is pretty much, you know, it's not volatile as crypto. So you actually would invest into those different types of assets for different reasons. With gold, you want something solid, right? If you just want to put your money and forget about it, and like, you know, I have gold, I'm cool, I have gold, right? I think it sounds cool though.
Pretty cool,
yeah. But then if you invest into Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, you obviously are not looking for something steady. You're gonna try to speculate or just to see how it goes, or to earn money, or you're gonna lose money. You know, it's just it's different kind of assets. So I don't really think that it's a honest comparison, to be honest. I've never understood that, because it's just different assets. That's it. Like, one is commodity, the second one is you know, a really pretty volatile digital asset. That's it. You know, it's just really different for me. And I think the biggest and the coolest headline of today is the Dallas Mavericks, the franchise that is owned by yet another Shark Tank investor, Mark Cuban, is now accepting Dogecoin as a payment option. So what this means is that you can buy tickets and merchandise of, you know, Dallas Mavericks with Dogecoin, the one and only meme coin that has been around and has been a word of mouth by Elon Musk and all the community and Reddit and everywhere pretty recently. So what we've talked about with Aaron before the show is that he bought Dogecoin when it was not mainstream. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I actually bought Dogecoin, Dogcoin, whatever you guys want to call it. I actually bought it last year. So it was actually a funny story. I was telling Catherine earlier that the reason I got into Dogecoin, I got in during the COVID dip, you know, into the markets. I had funded my accounts, and I got into the positions that I wanted to get in, and I had a little bit of money left over. And I had heard of Dogecoin at the time. I knew it was like one of those meme coins. It wasn't anything serious. And it was just around that time that Bitcoin still had a lot of traction, and it was still blowing up. I think price around it was maybe I think it was around $10,000 at the time or something like that. But then, so I had about like $10 left over. And so as a joke, I just went in on my account and bought Dogecoin. I think I got like 1,400 shares or something like that. Held it all the way up until it blew up, and totally forgot that I had it until like I checked my account and just saw that I had it and it was blowing up. And I saw that I made like a couple hundred like $200 off my $10, which was amazing.
Sweet. That is pretty sweet. You know what Cuban said about you know, introducing Dogecoin as a payment option? He said, and I quote, because we can.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like today's press release, because we
And I
can.
support Mark Cuban. He can do whatever he wants. He's such a great guy.
Yeah, I believe someone, I'm not sure who, said that the greatest value and the greatest actually asset of Mark Cuban is the fact that he's a pretty cool marketer. So he's actually into marketing. His business is marketing, because this is what he has been doing, not investing, but marketing.
Yeah.
But and then so he also added that we have chosen to do so because sometimes in business, it's pretty cool. Sometimes in business, you have to do things that are fun, engaging, and hopefully generate a lot of PR. Pretty sweet, pretty open. Love this quote.
Oh, he's definitely generating a lot of PR, especially if we're talking about it.
But to be fair, I'd love to remind you guys that he is the one who called crypto, not called, but he compared it to bananas in 2019. He was talking to, I think that was Variety. I'm not sure. Like, he was talking to a magazine and said that, I don't understand it. I don't understand its utility and value. It's like the bananas, but I'd rather have bananas. And now 2021, Mark Cuban is the new name.
Yeah, I'd rather have the Bitcoin now.
Because we have 10 minutes left, I'm going to skip the last headline that we have, and we're going to jump right into the Cathie Wood's words and her opinion on NFTs. She is, again, the founder and CEO and CIO of ARK Invest. And she was a guest at our Power Hour last show last night.
Yesterday,
she said that she's pretty happy about it. She actually spoke very highly of it. I was surprised, and she sees a great future with NFTs for artists. Let's look at the clip.
I'm getting it right now.
Okay.
1 second. All righty, here we go.
Ask what NFTs, non-fungible tokens. Do you think those are here to stay, crypto 2.0, or a passing fad, or no take on that?
Oh, no. We're very excited about it. In fact, async art, did I get that right? Async art, I believe, is a firm, a platform for artists, for digital artists. And what these artists can do, and I think we're going to try and do this ourselves through async art, is you can draw a painting. I don't know how to say it digitally, however, and then it can build up in layers. And the original artist holds the base layer. Anyone who wants to build on a layer on top to modify the underlying will have to pay a royalty to the designer. And I think the great thing about NFTs is the original artist is on record there forever. There's no way to change it. That's the wonderful thing about blockchain technologies, immutability. And so the idea that someone could create a base layer of art and have others build on top and pay a royalty in order to, build up the ecosystem and each one earn royalties. That's so fast.
Super cool.
Yeah, and I love the fact that she said we're gonna try and build it ourselves, which is pretty cool. And I'm gonna ask you guys, and John, who's gonna join us just in a couple of seconds, I believe. I want to ask questions. What would you put on NFT and just stuff like that. But before we do, guys, I'm not sure if I can yet announce that ARK Invest is gonna put something on NFT and sell their art, or just use blockchain technology for something. Unfortunately, I cannot announce it yet, but I hope that we will be able to do that soon. I know you have been asking a lot of questions about, NFTs, what they are, and we have tried to cover it, but we do have a very dedicated to that specific topic clip right now with our very own Logan Ross, with whom we are not related, but he's very cool. And he's going to talk about what NFTs are. So can you put it?
Yep, here we go.
Ownership of digital art sounds like a paradox. I mean, can't you just download the image offline anyways? Well, Sure, but you can also buy the Mona Lisa on Amazon for 20 bucks. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are uniquely identifiable representations of digital collectibles or art pieces. NFTs can prove digital ownership and authenticity, stored all on the blockchain for quick verification. Popularized by NBA Top Shot, Mark Cuban, Steve Aoki, and Logan Paul, NFTs are quickly bubbling into the mainstream. An NFT gold rush is currently ensuing, with collectors hoping to get in early on the next generation of highly valuable collectibles. A 1 of 50 LeBron NFT resold for $204,000, despite the highlight being available on YouTube for anyone to watch whenever they want. NBA Top Shot is quickly approaching $300 million in total sales, despite only being around for a couple months. New platforms like Nifty Gateway, OpenSea, and Rarible are popping up every day to serve the growing NFT demand. A lot of NFTs are selling out instantly and quickly popping up on resale markets for huge markups. Clearly, people see a lot of value in these tokenized or collectible NFTs. NFTs are changing the way we interact with digital art, and this is only the beginning. I'm Logan Ross. Thanks for watching Benzinga Crypto. I'll see you next time.
So cool. Very informative there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Logan is very talented, and he was supposed to join us today, but he couldn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, he got caught up. So
yeah, maybe he will be able to do it.
We'll get him next week. Yeah.
Yeah. So do we have John G?
We do have John. So instead of Logan, we have John. Let's get John.
Not instead of. Just with, hi,
hey,
John. Oh, nice hat.
Love the hat.
Thank you.
That's pretty solid. So, John, thank you for joining, and we're going to talk about NFTs and take questions from the chat. So, again, Cathie Wood thinks NFTs are cool, and it's a pretty great way to blockchain technology. What do you personally think about NFTs?
I think this is. I didn't think of actually, or haven't heard of how she explained the way that royalties can be done through these NFTs, and it's honestly really fascinating. Thinking of that application, I've not really heard that one yet. So that's a pretty cool way of thinking of it from like a payment perspective, where you can verify, who added to this digital layer to be able to pay up to that, pay the royalties to that person. I think that's a really interesting, fascinating application. I think the way the value of NFTs are going to go is going to be very interesting. I think it's hard to say what the value of these digital assets are. It's all like obviously what somebody's willing to pay for it, is like a lot of real world art is. Where I think there's actually one really interesting thing. It's kind of another application that I thought of, hearing of Steve Aoki, who's actually, I think he's doing a March 6th sale of different digital art that he's creating. But one thing that I think could be very interesting is bringing in real world value in like the way that entertainers can engage with their audience. Like if you could purchase NFTs and engage with that creator in some way in the real world, beyond in some sort of like, I don't know, paid fashion. You do the same thing with potentially entertainment in sports as well. Like there's different ways that NFTs can be almost like a marketing thing, but also as like a digital ticket to be able to like provide some sort of real life value, or in the digital world. I don't know if you caught the clip. Sorry to keep going, but if you caught the clip of the EXP Realty, the CEO is like working virtually. Did you catch that clip? It was before the segment. That was fascinating.
No, I missed that.
He's going around in a digital world, like talking to various clients and people he works with in a virtual world, rather than just being on Zoom all the time. So you don't get fatigued by being on Zoom because you're constantly talking to people. He goes around in a digital world. And imagine NFTs, you could buy it, all of a sudden it's like, yeah, this is my thing. Like I can go around and represent my like digital artwork. Here's my digital artwork that it's in my visual world, like going around. Like, people are moving into this digital world. It's kind of insane how quickly it's happening. We'll see. Where it goes.
What is this digital world that he entered called?
I just literally just caught this before, and I've heard of this concept before, where like virtual reality, where people wear virtual reality glasses, and they can engage with people in like virtual work settings, especially with
wanted to do something like this for like events, where everybody would chill and like or hang out in a virtual room, and they control essentially they control their avatar to go interact with others, so kind of like a video game, but definitely a few more layers on top of that. So very interesting.
Yeah, and you could even have like NFTs could be a ticket. NFTs could be a ticket to these events. Like
Yeah, I
you can
wonder
interact
if
in these virtual worlds.
yeah, I wonder if people who start selling these NFTs, offer these additional services or packages or meetups, like you said, with the NFTs, or it's just the NFT itself.
I'd
Yeah, I
also
don't know.
to talk about, how me as a musician and singer, how I could, use NFTs.
Uh-oh.
So I think we can
She's back.
address it. Yeah.
We lost you for a second there.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry
You
for
said singers.
You said as a musician.
Yep.
So yeah, like as a musician and singer, I'd love to know how I can use NFTs or how I can earn, on this digital art. But I believe we do have like 1 minute left or less. So
No,
I'd love to.
we actually got the go ahead. We can push a little bit longer. So let's keep it going. This is very interesting. I'm sure the audience loves it.
Okay. So and how much time do we have?
We got another 5 more minutes, so we're pretty good.
Okay, so while Aaron, please look for some like questions that are like important
Absolutely.
and or challenging, as I promised. So, John, for me, I'm a singer and composer. How would I, could use NFTs to make money?
Yeah, maybe like you're like you find. I'm sure. Are you into It sounds like you're not into graphical digital creations using like Photoshop software and that. But I mean, if you find an artist, like you can, they can create their art. You can turn an NFT, and that's your album cover. That you like first edition. You sell the first edition album cover along with your music. And I think that's it seems like that's the way that people are going. But I mean, from my thought is like. If you have fans, you bring fans, like somebody buys your album cover NFT and, they're paying 10,000, 50,000, whatever they're paying for it. Like, why not say, hey, like this person can prove that they own your digital artwork. They can sell it. So no one's going to buy your digital artwork unless they're a fan.
Yeah.
Right. If this person buys artwork, you say, okay, you actually have my first edition digital artwork for my album. Like, let's have a chat. Like,
would you say that's probably the biggest and main difference between buying digital logos and designs from a local or, friend or an artist online versus buying the NFTs, because you can potentially just resell them and get more value out of it?
Yeah, but the question is, have you guys bought any NFTs? Do you own anything?
I do not.
I'm always late to the game.
This is brand new to me, so.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I'm always late to the game. I don't know. When everyone started going crazy about Pokemon cards, like I was way late on the Pokemon cards, but then I eventually got into them. So who knows? Like I don't have any digital crypto kitties. I kind of thought about it. But they're a lot cheaper now. I don't know what the transaction fees. I know the transaction fees are coming down right now. I believe CryptoKitties it's definitely on the Ethereum network. There's no other NFT protocols available at that time. So yeah. So I don't know. Like, I mean. I could see myself at some point buying it. I don't know how much I'd pay, but I could easily. The thing is too is I think NFTs are interesting from not only just a value perspective. Like they don't even have to be worth necessarily anything really. Like you can just have something as like a digital collectible that has no value, but it's available in my digital wallet for me to look at. Like same way as I have like photo albums. Pardon?
Has no value as in you don't have to pay for it. Is that what you're saying?
Well, like, so we have this core values. You can see right here, this Benzinga core values artwork. We had a competition earlier this year for this. So like create it, we had a few different candidates like submit digital artwork, and you could easily create an NFT out of it. And then you can give it to Benzinga employees at the time, and everyone at the time has it. And maybe, the person who won it, they have the digital first edition representation of it. And it's like, I don't know, like, and they're not necessarily like, maybe we could sell it for value. Like, I don't know who's going to pay for it, but like, there's no reason why, like, it's a thing. It's as long as it doesn't cost much. That's, I think, the big thing in all these things. Like, it costs a lot to make it. Like, if people are paying $200 to print that in an NFT form, like, why would I ever do it? But if it costs pennies and it costs us 40 cents to print 40 of these and give it to people as a part of Benzinga, like, why wouldn't we do it?
Yeah.
Especially if it becomes as easy as going to something like OpenSea.io, or I forget the name of it. I have it here somewhere. There's platforms out there that are going to make it easy to create these NFTs.
Yeah. So here's a good question that we can tie into that. So Tony Almeida in the chat. I have the same question as a photographer. Can I make my pictures into NFTs, and does it need to have graphic design or motion art, or can photos be an NFT? Lastly, does it cost money to load an NFT? So if they have existing content, existing art, can they essentially turn that into an NFT that they can sell?
Yes, I'm almost 100% right. We're actually we have the What Are NFTs article that if we haven't added the description, we could add it to the description. But if you search Benzinga, What Are NFTs, we have an article about this, about what they are. Logan is actually here shortly creating an article on how to actually create them. I know there's a number of different platforms that Catherine mentioned, blockchains that Catherine mentioned that have this protocol for creating NFTs. From the way that I understand it, yes, like it's not even necessarily any digital art. I think digital art is the popular thing right now, but you could literally create something that is words or characters. It's a digital representation.
Just any digital media.
Some sort of string of ones and zeros that prove that you own.
Okay.
And have access to. So I believe the way it works is you basically, you upload that art, you're the original person on that platform. I'm not sure if they have I'm sure they probably do, I would imagine, have ways of seeing, oh, did somebody print this on the platform before of the same digital representation? I'm sure you could slightly modify digital art and then re-upload it, and you probably get around them and say, oh, this is my version. But somebody at some points can be like, well, no, there's the original version. It's like, oh, they look almost exactly the same, but this person changed a few pixels. Like, no, we're not. We're going to catch you if you do that, and there'll be probably AI to stop that kind of thing. But from my understanding is, yeah, if you're a person, a photographer now, and if you have stuff that you want to create an NFT out of, you can do it. And we're with your article, and we can talk about it maybe next week or some other time.
Yeah, I'm actually going to drop a really cool Benzinga NFT article that Chris Cathie sent my way. It was, I believe, written by Phil Hall. So I'll drop that in there.
I know he was working on one, so yeah.
Give that a read. And unfortunately, we are a bit out of time, so we will have to wrap up here. So any final thoughts, comments?
Final thoughts and comments. Don't forget to tune in on Tuesday at 2 p.m. We do have a pretty solid prominent guest to join us. We're going to be announcing it a little bit later. Yeah, so don't forget to tune in, subscribe, follow, leave your comments, let us know where you want to read, what is interesting to you guys, what is valuable, and we're going to look into that and cover it for you.
Yep. And then, definitely tune in. Definitely tune in and come back, and we'll have the how to create your own NFT educational video or article that we can help you guys create your own NFTs.
Yeah, we'll get you guys current.
And use
Also, just a quick reminder, this video will automatically redirect to the next stream. So just stick around. All you have to do is just stay on the channel. And as soon as we end this video, you will be redirected to VV and the Biotech Buzz. So stay tuned, everyone. And thank you for joining us. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, John G, for hopping on and explaining NFTs. That was very informational. Loved it.
Cool.
All right. And later. Thank you.
Later.